Our clients that are going to buy homes, they're going to be the next, let's say, COVID buyers.
I feel like there are a lot of opportunities that people still are leaving on the table.
We've seen prices maybe the lowest we're going to see in a long time. So these home buyers that are going to make the move today, they're going to be the smartest person in the room.
Hey Fernando, thanks for coming in today. There is a lot of concern about the real estate market right now. The market is quiet, and would you say that there are more cash buyers well, I would say there are more cash buyers, but I find that there are a lot of hesitation from especially first-time home buyers about jumping into the market at this time. How do you find it for you? Do you find that you're explaining yourself and you're making any headway? Do you see that these buyers are working with you and listening to your advice?
And you're right there. Definitely the market would say it's quiet at this point. I think we like to use more the market. It's selective right now, more than quiet. And yes, I believe it's uncertainty.
Right.
Most home buyers are not taking that leap because they're not really sure where the economy is going to take us. Right. Inflation, it's all-time high, has dropped in the last couple of years. But groceries, insurance, car payments, everything has gone up. And once things go up, they rarely go down. Right, so there's not a lot of information on what to expect on the purchase of the next home. There's a lot of noise out there. The rates where they are, and the prices are high, and they have not dropped yet. But until that buyer has a sit-down, serious conversation with an expert like you and I, it's going to be hard for them to determine what are the next steps.
And that's a good point. One of the things I always say to people when they're thinking about buying is, have you been pre-approved? Have you talked to a mortgage broker? Because I think that when they get a chance to see what they can afford, then they start looking for the right property, right?
Correct.
So last week I had an open house and you were there with me. It was well attended, and you pointed out a few things to some of these people who were there about buying the house now and dating the rate. You were elaborating on that because it was something that's been said for a couple of years now.
Yes.
Talk to me about that again.
I don't like that saying that much, right? Because if we look back 2-3 years from now, maybe a home buyer that bought their home at the end of 2023, he was told, hey, buy the house, take the rate, and fast forward 3 years, and maybe rates are on the same level, that we've seen a couple of years down. But there's some strategies that we can use to really get a good deal now, right? We said that the market was quiet. We said that the market was selective. That means more negotiation power for the buyers. And where I'm going with that, there's a very good stat out there. More than 60% of the deals being closed today have some sort of price concession, seller credit, some sort of a break coming from the seller to the buyer, which us in the lender side, we can use to buy down that rate aggressively. So that buyer doesn't have to date the rate. They can get a great deal today on the price of the home, on the rate.
That's a good point. And what's even better, I think, is a few years ago you couldn't find the house you wanted. Now there's so many houses on the market. You have a better choice of what you would prefer to be buying today instead of buying something, because I know there were people who bought homes and they weren't so in love with it, but they needed a home, right? And I feel like now you can find the home you want. There's something out there. There are a lot of homes out there for sale. And that's where, to me, you still date the rate. Because in the future, the interest rates will go down. I feel like it will go down. I'm still very optimistic.
Oh, yes.
Because over the years, it's cyclical.
Yes. And the way I see it, and again, nobody has a crystal ball, but I do think our clients that are going to buy homes from now till maybe early, mid next year, they're going to be the next, let's say, COVID buyers. It's like they view the future, because now you're getting a lot more competition between sellers, more seller credit, a lot more inventory than we saw a year ago. Rates are almost the same.
Right.
A couple of years ago, they're almost at the same level, but today you can get a really good deal. I think we've seen prices maybe the lowest we're going to see in a long time. So these home buyers are going to make the move today. Fast forward 2 years, it seems that they knew what was coming, right? They're going to be the smartest person in the room. room.
You're right about that, because with my property during COVID, and I think COVID came and a lot of people got foiled with those unbelievable rates that I don't think anything like that is going to happen.
And we cannot compare the market to that.
Exactly. But prior to that, the rates were very close to what they are now. I remember I was selling a property and the woman said to me, she bought her house. It was many years ago, but it was 8.5% when she bought it. And that was probably long before COVID, probably 10, 15 years ago. But still, she bought it then and she refinanced it twice over. She was still able to sell her house and she made over $1 million selling her house. So I feel like there are a lot of opportunities that people still are leaving on the table. But I will always emphasize this. If you have a conversation with a good broker who can give you different ideas, show you different ways that you can make you're working with your finances in this market, what would you say would be let's say 2 most important things that a person, when they're coming to you, that they need to bring to the table?
Well, first of all, I tell them, hey, treat me like I'm a priest or something. You gotta tell me the entire story, the whole deal, right? Nothing to hide. You know, I'm on your team. We're gonna make it work together, but I need the entire story. You know, all your life story about credit, income, assets, liabilities.
You don't want any surprises.
All that good stuff, because that's gonna, help us avoid surprises down the line.
I agree.
After we get an executed contract, now that the days are ticking, that the clock is ticking, we want to be able to be one step ahead with any possible obstacles that we want.
Right.
So the more that we know early, the better.
That's why I like working with you, because as a realtor, we don't want surprises either, especially when we're coming down to the end of the lending period. We want to know that the deal is going to be closed. It's a lot of time that we've invested in this, and we want to make sure we have a happy outcome for both the seller and the buyer.
Exactly. That's why you want, all that due diligence be done even before 100%. You start looking for homes. So 100%. Right now, even with this rate environment, with the market as it is, definitely the best idea is to get a meeting, get a call with that trusted mortgage expert, get a strategy in place. Now that we have that strategy in place, we go back to Sophia, right? And now we look for a specific price of home where we can negotiate a certain credit, where we can get to that certain payment, right? So now we got a game plan right ahead of us, and that's gonna help get all that uncertainty out of the way.
So the takeaway from this is for us to stay well informed, find yourself a good mortgage broker, find yourself an exceptional realtor.
You got it.
I'm just kidding. But I think that the important thing is be well informed. It is something that will give you a leg up, an opportunity to purchase the house that you fall in love with. Anything you'd like to leave?
Definitely stay well connected, stay well informed. You know, the more you know, the more power that you have. And if you are a prospect home buyer out there, my advice is even before you start jumping on Zillow.com and the websites and the portals and looking for homes, let's set up a meeting, let's talk to the agent, let's talk, let's do a 3-way call, let's do a, in-person meeting and really strategize on that financing portion. That way, when we, go out to the market, we already know exactly what to ask for, what type of negotiation we want to achieve.
How many lenders would you say you work with?
Well, with my company, we have over, I want to say 2,200 loan products that are going through maybe 80 different lenders or investors out there. Definitely there's unique situations, right? And we have, products that will fit anybody's situation, right? Either you're self-employed or your credit score less than perfect, or you have very little down payment, or maybe you're in a life-changing situation, changing jobs, opening a new business, right? There's certain intricacies that we must identify ahead of time to guarantee that process, that journey to that closing table is going to be smooth.
And everybody's journey is different.
You got it.
Everybody's journey is different. I like that you say that you have so many different lenders, because there's something out there for everyone, or for most people. Anyway, thank you so much. I feel so much more positive about how the outcome can be, because people still have to buy homes. They still have to live,
Yes.
And there are opportunities out there for everyone who want to be in the market. Fernando, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me last week. Listen, I think it is important to find yourself a good realtor. You can call me, but also a mortgage broker who works with several lenders. I think that is something that you need so that we can make this happen. Stay tuned for more.
Y para mis latinos, tenemos muchos productos para ustedes. Quédense atentos para el próximo que viene.